What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andre SOG Ward. Andre Ward names the boxer that would have given him a tougher fight than Anthony Joshua. Wow. Andre Ward is, of course, looking back over his career and picked an opponent that he thinks would have been more troublesome than AJ. Ward, of course, was one of the best fighters of his generation. He was top pound for pound at once upon a time when he took out the monster, the beast, the killer, Sergey Kovalev. And he said and named Joe Calzaghe was one of the toughest that he thinks. He says, quote, man, Calzaghe. He was another guy, a competitive type of person. He didn't have a lot of punching power, threw a million punches, always prepared the right way, loved the father and the trainer Enzo, doing it with his dad, and he had that drive about him. He was a dog. I have nothing but respect for Calzaghe. He always done it the right way. After saying he believes that he would have beaten the Welshman, he explained why Calzaghe would have been a tougher fight than Joshua, who Ward once considered going up in weight to fight. He says, the big one shot would have been my concern with Anthony Joshua. He doesn't have the style. He's not like a big man like George Foreman. George Foreman knows how to tie you up and walk you back and wear you down. Joshua's trying to box and be cute as well. I can look out for that right hand a lot easier when you fight like that. Joe Calzaghe would have been a tougher fight, a different style, and a different mentality. Let me counterpunch. First off, Andre Ward was a guy that I do feel he retired too quickly. Now, Joe Calzaghe would have, and Andre Ward would have been a great fight. It would have been a great fight for a lot of reasons because they're both dogs, okay? You have a German Shepherd versus a Pit Bull. You know what I mean? Let's scratch that. No, you have a German Shepherd versus a Golden Retriever. Yeah, that's best because I don't see any of those guys like pit bulls. But because I see that both of these guys with their styles, Joe Calzaghe has an engine like no other, okay, like a 350 Mack truck. But Andre Ward, I think, has a better pedigree, and they both like to work on the inside. You know, they're both very skillful, and they have a very high ring IQ. So in the trenches, they both know how to bang. I think Calzaghe fought a lot like Carl Froch, and Andre Ward beat Carl Froch, okay? Because Carl Froch was an absolute dog, his damn self, okay? So, you know, if you could compare anybody's style to Joe Calzaghe, it would have been Carl the Cobra, okay? Now, that being said, though, him talking about AJ, I think AJ would try to box Andre Ward to show Andre Ward a big man can box. I think Anthony would have done the same shit he tried with Alexander Usyk. Tried to show him he could box because Tyson Fury trash talked him into convincing him that he couldn't box. So he tried to convince other people, the naysayers, the haters, the criticizers like Tyson Fury, the rivals, that he could, and he paid dearly for it, okay? And I do think and I believe in Andre Ward, what he said about AJ. AJ would try to, he would definitely try to outbox you. You know, I wouldn't use the words try to be all cute, you know what I mean? But, you know, that just shows how he feels somewhat about AJ. Because he said, I could see that coming. So, yeah, a smaller guy in Andre Ward's case would be more of a tougher fight, but I don't know if it would be much of a dangerous one because AJ can still take you off like he explained, that one shot. He has to worry about that one shot. And I must say this about Andre Ward. Him talking about Anthony Joshua that's still active shows me, tells me, proves to me, people, that Andre Ward shouldn't have retired when he retired. Okay, he just shouldn't have. Andre Ward was good enough. I don't know about the things that was going on with him, you know, because I mean, I think he had a problem with his knees or whatnot. But he's 39 years old. He's 39 now. He'll be 40 in February. But understand, That man fought to what 2017 and he retired. When was his last bout? Let's see. You take a look at Andre Ward. His last bout was June of 2017, bro. That was 7 years ago. Okay, that was 7 years ago, and that was against Sergey Kovalev, and he got out of the game. And I'm thinking like, okay, you know, you were linked to fighting Joshua. I think that would have been the money. That would have been, you know, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And him not fighting AJ, you know, kind of, you know, I don't know if AJ would have wanted to fight him in 17, but I know AJ probably would have fought him in 18, maybe, because I think the minute he couldn't get undisputed with Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder wouldn't have went anywhere. He would have been calling out his name. He would have fought someone like Andre Ward, but Andre Ward already retired. So for him to make the decision to retire, and I think him looking back at his career, I think the reason he's looking back because he may have regret. Okay, and a lot of people have done that. Yeah, sure, he's undefeated. You know, he's 32-0 with 16 KOs, no losses, no draws. But understand this. I think a lot of things are short-lived if you have to look back without having peace with what you are able to do. Okay, looking at Andre Ward and versus Anthony Joshua, that should have been his so-called Roy Jones Jr. because if you're pound for pound, you know, that means you beat everybody in the weight class if you were their same weight. And I think he should have proved that to a lot of people besides take out Kovalev. But at the time, Kovalev was an absolute beast. You know what I mean? But what happened with Kovalev, now he became a drunk. He got an assault case, and really his stock just dropped right after that. So, you know, to glorify someone to be the first to beat a person, or actually in that case, he that was his second win because he won a decision beating Kovalev the first time, and a lot of people, including myself, disagreed with it. I think, you know, his legacy will be tainted by the fact that Kovalev didn't do anything worth to mention in his fights to come. Okay, so when you beat somebody, you could always say, well, they're never the same no more when they fought Andre Ward. That may be true, but, you know, let's say Kovalev went on to do, you know, great things like Canelo did when Floyd beat him. You know, that catapulted Floyd because Floyd was the first and only person at that time up until, a couple years ago, to beat him. So, you know, everybody looked at Floyd as that guy that beat that guy, that guy that beat that guy, but that guy that got beat is the man right now. You know what I'm saying? So that, unfortunately for Andre Ward, it didn't play out like that, you know, but nonetheless, I think Andre got out of the game too early. He should have challenged Anthony Joshua, and I do believe people, you know, and I love Andre Ward. Don't get me wrong. I really look up to him. I think that a part of the bitterness or the regret of not fighting Anthony Joshua, I think it reflects in some of the comments, you know, that he feels about AJ due to the bitterness of retiring too early. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Andre Ward stating that Joe, the Dragon, the Italian Dragon, Calzaghe, would have been a tougher fight than Anthony Joshua at heavyweight. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.